Spin the yard with me. Ha. Brooklyn, champion. This for all my niggas locked down, you heard? Check it out. Play humble for a minute, you bitches, but now I'm finished. Any incidentals, my niggas leaving you with the dentist. Flossing for these bitches, got most of you cat finish. On the hook for real, got you curled up like a strident. I had to pivot the mission, cause I was tripping. Doing too much for niggas just to get attention. My self-esteem had me thinking the wrong dreams. July 31st, Mustafa was born, bitch, I'm a king. You lying king, you ain't never put in pain. Spun a yard, clapped a nigga for calling you out your name. Been in cuffs, roughed up, COs kicking your face. On a draft, full bags, maneuvering through the state. Kawasaki, Elmira, Marcia, mid-state. Rest in peace, Robert Brooks, we all feeling your pain. Never been on the dance floor, seeing your mama ache. Tears streaming down the pretty face, only the real relate. Spin the yard, nigga.
Esso said something interesting, right? He was like, why do people wait to post something? You know, if you
like
rock
with today.
Yeah, we was just right before we walked in to do the interview.
Right.
And sometimes too, being a risk taker, a lot of people ain't built for that because it comes with a level of scrutiny that most people ain't gonna be able to tolerate. He don't care. He'll go for it. Boom. I'm a little bit in between because I've said crazy things and people are like, how can you say that? And then
you're a little traumatized.
In what way?
A little bit. I think you're a little bit traumatized. So I'll give you a perfect example. When I went to your party at Dumbo House, right? That's so? At Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We took that picture.
Yeah.
We all took just being fucking cool. You invited me out. I had a
greatest party of 2024.
Greatest party of 2024. And I just asked you when you came here, when you doing another one, right? So we take the picture and just an assumption went out there. Right? And then he said something in the comments, responding to somebody, or maybe it was just a comment you made and pinned it. But he was like, I forgot what you said exactly, but people automatically assumed that I was going to come on y'all's show to speak about Son.
It was something.
And it was just us having fun at a fucking party, taking a picture.
The comment really, if you read it, it sounded like a shot. But if you weren't at that party, you would never understand what really happened. I remember, oh God.
But what I'm saying that to say this, I said you were traumatized a little bit because I've seen you speak on your platform about different times that you've posted things and people say certain things in the comment and it makes you want to just like, just stay away from this shit. And I feel like that was one of the examples because of all of the fucking backlash that came out of that. And then I dealt with the burden of that shit too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Sometimes, like you said, man, Esso and I, we go back and forth about this. Even if you mean to say the right thing and give the best compliments,
people perceive it the way they want.
They're gonna 50% of the people gonna say you said your bullshit. So it doesn't even matter at this point, honestly.
Can I ask y'all a real question?
Yes.
It'll really don't matter.
Whatever's on your mind, brother.
Why does anybody care about anybody in the comments? Because they don't have the guts to put their dick on the line to do what you're doing. They're not doing what you're doing. They're only a spectator. They're in the spectator sport. They don't know what it takes to even do this.
Right.
They can't. They don't have the relationships. They don't have the know-how. They don't have the cameraman. They don't have the charisma. They don't have the money. So why would I care about who's in the comments? I say this to everybody all the time. If you believe, if somebody tells you something good about you and don't know you and you believe them, then you're fucking crazy. I don't give a fuck. Oh, you the God, you the GOAT, whatever. I tell niggas, how the fuck can I be the GOAT? I haven't even put that much work in. The GOAT is Joe Button and Nori and what's the Combat Jack. Those is GOATs. I ain't that. I'm still putting my work in. I ain't rich off my shit.
Let me say this, and it's gonna sound
good money, but I ain't rich.
This is gonna sound blasphemous. People are quantifying your trajectory. How about this? Somebody posed this question: when was Jordan considered the GOAT?
After he won his first title.
It's what?
After he won his first title.
So he didn't even win the 5 yet. and people were already saying he's a GOAT.
Yeah,
when he retired the first time and had the 3-peat, and they put the statue, he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
So how is he the GOAT already, and he has 2 championships?
I see what you mean.
So,
I see what you mean.
You know, people are gonna be like, you compare that to the Jordan? I'm telling you, sometimes people can understand trajectory, and people that put their bet on Jordan, he delivered.
It's only
I
one
agree with you. I'm gonna say why I don't agree with you in totality, Esso, because I agree with what Hynaken said. The thing is, you as an individual have put mad work in behind the scenes back in the days when nobody really knew who you was on the public surface, right? And now you're here sharing wisdom, which is something a lot of niggas don't do as far as music business and beyond. And you're consistent. I follow you guys because of your consistency. I don't see nothing being half-assed. I don't see no half-stepping. Plus, y'all personally give me wisdom. Yo, champ, what you got going on? Da da da. Yo, you should do it like this. You should do it like that. Y'all don't have to tell me that. Those are GOAT qualities.
Numbers and accomplishments mean something.
That's true.
There are numbers and accomplishments that we don't have. It's only one, they're coming, they're happening. There's only one person that ever said, that calls me a GOAT or the GOAT or whatever, and I listened to him, and I even looked at him crazy. He said, well, you a GOAT to me, nigga, and that was Raekwon.
Wow.
It has story.
That's a legend telling you that.
Yeah.
He's the only person that I ever took that from, because when he shook my hand and he said that to me, I looked at him, I said,
And these are not niggas that's just gonna give compliments.
yo, bro, I looked at Raekwon, I must have looked at him like he had 13 heads bars. Because he said it to me, and I was like, what? Like, what? He said, well, you a GOAT to me, nigga.
Right.
And I was like, damn, Raekwon. I went to the car, I said, Raekwon, and I'm not on that type. I'm not on that type of time.
Right. You don't.
I don't really give a fuck about nobody. I'm gonna keep it real. Deck is my man. I'm gonna say that. Deck is my man.
Salute to Inspector Deck.
Salute to Deck. Deck gonna have us do some shit in his documentary. It's gonna fuck all y'all up. Alright, but
nobody knows that. You the first.
yeah, you the first one that did Deck. Deck might be mad I said it, but I don't give a fuck because Deck shit gonna be fire.
That's a fact.
Deck shit gonna be fire.
And then you know who else I want to acknowledge, man? And he don't get enough flowers for this. Your fellow Sagittarius brother, Cormega.
Cormega, yeah.
Like I could drop a tear because when our back was against the wall and people really like put their hands away from us, Mega said, I'ma stand with y'all. Cause he knew what happened and he said, I'm going to do y'all show, knowing what it would do for us on a business level, a corporate level, a visual level, and a street level.
Was this at the commencement of Bag Fuel or after y'all started?
It was right. It was
like a few.
We had started, but me and Megan already had built.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for some reason, Han wasn't with me this day, and I went on some Queen shit to go meet Megan with Gray Rizzy. I don't know what happened, and me and Megan just hit it off, and it's on some Queen shit. I said, I'm gonna promote your shit. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing. I fuck with you. I'm gonna help you out as much as I can. And he appreciated that. And I just, I'm a Queens nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always gonna be like, yo, fuck it.
Like whatever Megan needs from us, because he stood with us when everybody turned their back on us.
And we got hits off that shit.
Yeah, and then like on a street level, all the street dudes that was like, they had to say, Megan ain't just gonna stand
with that.
Right.
What are we missing?
Right.
And then when he went on the show with y'all and he mentioned us and said, I did they shit, because and people look at that.
Yeah.
Right.
And people be like, damn, Mega went through all of that to just make that known. Because he want people to know I'm doing this for y'all, but this is still my niggas.
Right. I'm gonna say something in reference to Mega. First of all, shout out to Mega. Fucking legend in my eyes.
All day.
I know he's going through some things right now with Viper Records. And I had got a phone call a few days ago from Gongu Roach. He's like a royalty lawyer, stuff like that. He had boy Dame Grease on the show when I was there.
Yeah.
But he called me looking for a certain individual. Not knowing that I don't speak to them anymore. And Cormega is going through some issues at that record label and trying to fix it because the person who runs the label is taking money from him.
Yes.
Right now. So I'm just saying this, publicly. I wish Cormega the best. You deserve everything you're supposed to get, bro, and more. You understand what I'm saying? And to the fuck nigga that's taking his money, fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to be pushing the culture forward. You're pushing it backwards by doing shit like that to legends. I just need to get that out there. And he knows who he is.
Okay.
Anyway, so Bag Fuel's inception, right? I think I was locked up at the time. I probably was, but you guys had Bag Fuel started prior to the show that y'all were on.
Yeah. Bag Fuel, pretty much. We've said this story multiple times, so I'm going to give a condensed version, but make it impactful. So while I'm at This Is 50, Esso was like, yo, you're going to be stagnant. You are stagnant right now. People don't view you in a particular manner. In order for you to elevate to a different capacity, you need your own show. So this is years he's telling me do my own show. Now, I never said this to Esso. I was just defeated from redoing a show all over again. I've done multiple shows. So I just didn't want to do the uphill battle. So meanwhile, I'm on the phone talking with Esso every day, and I'm like, yo, this nigga talk like this all the time? How he talk right now?
Yeah.
That's how he talk on the phone.
Right.
I said, what if this shit go on camera? And I just kept it in my memory bank. So then he blows up a couple of podcasts, goes on a dope run. And then when I talked to him, I was like, yo, you still want me to do my own show? He like, yeah, nigga. I said, I'll do it under one condition.
You gotta be.
So now he took a deep breath.
Everybody made me sound like that.
Yeah, that's why you sound.
You do. You
Yeah,
sound like that right now, nigga.
I'm about to refine my shit.
So
Spin the yard, nigga.